story is insane, folks. Look at this guy right here. He's a park ranger from Colorado. He's identified as 26-year-old Callum Heskett. He's in big trouble with the law. A few days ago, we covered a case where there was a reported stabbing at Staunton State Park in Colorado, just outside Denver. A park ranger claimed, this guy right here claimed, he got stabbed by a madman who then fled the scene. And there was a massive manhunt. All these resources and police and officers out there looking for a madman who allegedly stabbed this guy. But guess what, folks? It was a hoax. He lied. He stabbed himself. This is a crazy story. I want to give you some information about this park ranger who is now arrested for a hoax. He stabbed himself. Check it out.
The same morning he's accused of stabbing himself, he Googled injuries to the abdomen.
Tonight, police say the park ranger who says he was stabbed in Staunton State Park on Tuesday by a 6-foot, 200-pound white man made it all up. Detectives say he actually stabbed himself.
Your reporter Alan Janae was in the park reporting Tuesday as dozens of law officers search for a suspect. Alan joins us live tonight with these shocking new details.
Well, a search on Tuesday, the suspension of the search for a suspect by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office caused a lot of among locals. The sheriff's office at the time said they had come to believe it was a targeted attack. It turns out they were onto this ranger's story and disparities in it within hours, and they now have come to believe he targeted himself. It was a search that stretched nearly 8 hours on the ground and from above, all seeking a man described by an injured seasonal park ranger as his attacker.
Our initial response to that was massive, as it should. 6
law enforcement agencies searching for a man they believed had wrestled a knife away from Ranger Callum Heskett and stabbed him.
Because we believed what the victim said. And now we simply know that that's not true.
Heskett said he had approached the man who looked in distress by a trail, but the man stood up and said, "Expletive, the police," and charged at him. It meant the park was shut down and people in the surrounding area kept out of their homes. A park volunteer we spoke with knew Heskett.
Dedicated, competent, he's a really sweet guy.
But soon the story he told authorities would unravel, says Jeffco Sheriff spokesperson Jackie Kelly.
Well, I'll tell you, we've had a lot of strange cases. Strange happens a lot, but to absolutely create an elaborate scheme to bring this many people to your aid for nothing is rare.
There was no suspect found. Heskett said he was knocked down on his back, but that part of his uniform was clean. Said he'd been punched in the back of the head. There was no injury. On Heskett's phone, a detective found searches for how deep are arteries in lower abdomen and abdominal anatomy.
He is now a suspect in an elaborate hoax, and we feel very confident that he created a self-inflicted wound to himself and made a story up.
But they have yet to establish a motive.
We don't have an answer as to why someone would do this. We may get to the why, but in lots of cases we never get to the why.
Heskett is still getting treatment for his injuries at a hospital. He is on a hospital watch by deputies. He told detectives here that he was a former police officer in Lafayette, a fact they did verify. He also told them that he was on medication for PTSD after he was run over while serving as a police officer. That story we could not verify tonight.
Who in their right mind would do that? What type of evilness out there would do this? He's a law enforcement officer, a park ranger. And he had the audacity to create some sort of hoax. What, for attention? At the time, we were wondering what in the heck was happening with that massive manhunt when authorities were out there looking all over the woods for someone that didn't even exist. He lied. He made it all up. These people are sick. How in the heck did this guy get hired as a park ranger? He should go to prison for a long time, in my opinion, considering all the resources All the law enforcement out there searching, putting their lives at risk. They mounted up. They locked the park down. They closed the park down. They were searching people leaving the park and making people open their trunk and doors looking for a purported madman, and it was all made up. Don't be like this guy here. I don't know what's going to happen with him criminally, but he should go to prison for this for a long time and should never, ever be a park ranger again. This is no disrespect to the honest park rangers out there. They are heroes, keeping our woods and our parks safe. Bad apple right here. I am JLR Investigates. Not much social media presence on that guy. Who is he? How did he get hired? How did he get hired? Where'd he come from? It's crazy. Hopefully we don't get any of these crazy stories soon, but I wanted to share an update on that. Sub to the channel, hit the notification button. We'll talk soon. JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.